Hey guys, this is CJ's Coins and Crafts. Welcome back to another episode that continues our U.S. commemorative series. This episode, we're going to cover the 1922 Grant Memorial. The 1922 Grant Memorial half dollar is one of the first half dollars that commemorates a president's birth. Hiram Ulysses Grant was born in Point Pleasant, Ohio on April 27, 1822, with his family moving to Georgetown, Ohio the following year. Grant attended the prestigious U.S. Military Academy at West Point in 1839, where his name was accidentally entered as Ulysses S. Grant, but he chose to keep this name. Grant fought in the Mexican American War and resigned from the Army in 1854. He attempted several trade positions in the civilian market with little success. With the start of the Civil War, he re entered the military. President Lincoln appointed Grant as General in Chief of Union armies in late 1863. In 1865, Grant effectively ended the war by capturing Richmond, Virginia, and forced the surrender of Confederate General Robert E. Lee. Grant was elected as the 18th President of the United States in 1868 and served 2 years. A bill for a Grant Memorial Gold Dollar to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth was introduced into the House of Representatives by Charles C. Kearns of Ohio on May 11, 1921. The bill called for striking of 200,000 gold dollars to help finance community buildings as memorials to Grant in Georgetown and in Bethel, Ohio, and also helped to finance a road 5 miles in length to be known as the General Grant Memorial Highway. This highway leads from New Richmond, Ohio to Point Pleasant. A report, a written report back to the House of, by the committee chairman Albert Vestal noted that Grant had lived in both Bethel and Georgetown and there wasn't a usable road between these points. This report also said that the Grant Commission had been established in May 1921 and it was prepared to purchase all of the coins and resell them through the hundreds of banks in Ohio which were eager to vend them. A bill was called up on the House's unanimous consent calendar on October 17, 1921. After the committee amendments were agreed upon, Richard Parker of New Jersey had a number of questions, including the bill's language meant that the Grant Commission would get the coins for free. He was told by Kearns that the government would be paid the face value of the coins, with Thomas Blanton of Texas adding that the U.S. government would charge no premium for the coins, but that the Grant Commission could when selling them. The bill also denoted that the commission to pay for the coinage dies, which previous bills had also noted, and it helped the bill pass without any opposition. Upon reaching the Senate, the House bill was referred to the Coinage on Banking and Finance. That committee reported back through Connecticut's George McLean on January 23, 1922, reducing the number of gold dollars to 10,000 and authorizing 250,000 silver Grant Memorial half dollars. The same day, McLean called up the bill before the Senate. During this session, Reed Smoot of Utah noticed from the report that the entire bill, except the enacting clause, had been rewritten and questioned it. McLean explained that the House passed version of the bill had called for 200,000 gold dollars, and the banking committee felt it was unwise to tie up so much gold in a coin that would not circulate. There were additional questions regarding the coins, but all potential objections were satisfied as previous bills identified the receiving commission would bear the costs and how this bill was similar to previous commemorative bills. Since the two chambers passed different versions of the bill, it returned to the House of Representatives, where on January 26th, it was brought up for consideration and held no objections to the Senate amendments. President Warren Harding would sign it into law on February 2nd, 1922. With most of the Commission of Fine Arts members busy with other projects, the choosing of the artist to design the coin fell upon James Earl Fraser. He selected his wife, Laura Garden Fraser, who had also designed the Alabama Centennial half dollar in 1921. On February 2nd, 1922, Laura wrote to the Mint director, Raymond T. Baker, expressing her gratitude of being selected and stating she was already at work on the models, hoping to have them ready in time for the next CFA meeting. She asked for assistance in obtaining an official letter of appointment to design the pieces, as she had experienced difficulty getting paid for her work on the Alabama half dollar. On February 24th, members of the CFA viewed the model for the obverse of the gold dollar and approved it. On March 3rd, James Fraser wrote to the CFA chairman, Charles Moore, stating that he inspected the models and gave his approval. The designs for the two coins are identical except for the denomination. Laura Fraser worked from a photograph of Grant taken by Matthew Brady for the obverse. On the coin wears a military coat, as he did during the Civil War, with a closely cropped beard, suggesting the look was a reflection of the time after the conflict was over. Fraser used a single letter G to reflect her last name Garden. The reverse depicts Grant's birthplace in Point Pleasant, this also being designed from a photograph showing the frame house before it was restored. The Grant Commission sought to drive sales for the coins by having a special mark on some of the issued coins, so collectors would have to buy two coins for a complete set, like those of the Alabama and Missouri Centennial half dollars. The commission instructed the mint to include a star on half of the gold dollars. A letter from the Philadelphia Mint Superintendent Freya Steyer to the director of the mint dated March 14th, 1922, confirms that there were to be 5,000 of each denomination coined with a star. The Philadelphia Mint struck 5,006 half dollars with a star and 95,055 without. It also struck 5,016 gold dollars with the star and 5,000 without. All strikings took place in March of 1922, with the excess coins over the even thousands reserved for inspection and testing at the 1923 meeting of the Annual Assay Commission, as was standard at the time. After the coins with the star were struck, the star was removed from the dies. This is akin to the Missouri Centennial half dollar, which also had an element removed after 5,000 strikes. The gold dollars with no star were sold at $3, with the star at $3.50, and the silver at $1.50 with the star and $1 without. The commission had decided to require that banks and coin dealers buy 15 silver coins for every gold dollar, and a ratio lowered to 5-to-1 for individuals. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much for continuing watching these videos. If you guys like this series, please hit the like and hit the subscribe button, and click the bell to be notified whenever I upload more videos to this series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.